Hi ladies, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay on this today. I'm just coming on for a quick chat about diets today, and I really don't like that word. It makes me cringe when I say the word diet. I don't like the word at all. If you're coming on, say hello. If you're watching the replay, let me know you've watched the replay. If you've got any questions at all about my video today, please ask me. And please put in the comments, have you been on any different diets? Maybe you're on a diet yourself at the moment. Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know from you. I'd love to know what your diets that you've tried, how bad they were, if you've just struggled with them. So if you're new to me, if you're watching me for the first time, hello, I'm Andrea. I'm a nutritional therapist, and I love to help women to understand how their bodies work and their hormones work, especially in perimenopause and menopause, to get to grips with your symptoms of a hormone imbalance so you can go on and create a healthier life. So about diets. I think there's a lot of miscommunication around dieting for women, and do you know that diets are not tested on, they're tested on men and not women, and men don't have our hormones because we have a different body every week of the month. Our hormones fluctuate, our weight fluctuates throughout the month, and because of our hormones going up and down, like we have estrogen in the first 2 weeks of the month, and then we have progesterone in the second 2 weeks of the month, and they will go up and down during that month, and at different stages of the month you can hold on to more water. Your weight will fluctuate so much because of this, because of the different hormones involved. Also, a woman naturally wants to be fatter because of our hormones, because we nourish a baby. We have a uterus and we grow babies, and our body naturally wants to be fat to nourish that baby, because fat cells can make your hormones. And in perimenopause, all this can change, and you have more fat on your thighs and your butt area in your fertile years, because you need that to buffer for when you're having a baby. You need the extra fat around those areas. So then in perimenopause and menopause, when your hormones reduce down and your ovaries are not producing an egg every month, and you're not having a period every month, this is when the shift of the fat moves around to your abdomen area, but your belly area. And it is okay to have a bit of belly fat. I have belly fat. And it's not, you shouldn't be ashamed of that. And it's also good not to be too skinny in menopause and perimenopause, because of the fact that your fat cells can make your hormones, and your body feels good when it's got a bit of fat on your body. It feels safe and nourished. And when you're going on specific diets, different diets, restricted diets, counting calories, weighing your food, counting, the colours of foods, how many sins are you eating? It can be quite confusing and very time consuming to try and figure out, how many sins have I eaten today, or what colour foods have I had today. I'm in the green column, or I'm in the blue column. There's all sorts of different, all these diets are so confusing. It's like, what? And what I don't like about a lot of these diets is that they include lots of processed foods. Lots of packaged foods that contain nasties. They contain artificial colours, numbers, bad fats, not good sugars, and a lot of wheat containing foods, a lot of dairy, which can be really detrimental to a lot of women who've got hormone imbalance problems, especially if your body's not well. And you have lots of issues with weight loss, and issues with feeling fatigued and not sleeping well, and having anxiousness and depression. And these diets can be adding to that. And they're not beneficial long term, because they can mess with your hormones long term. You know, it can be a quick fix. I think a lot of women have been on diets as a quick fix, but I don't want you to blame yourself for doing this. You know, I think women have been made to believe that these diets will help long term. They can help you, but they can backfire on you, especially as you head into perimenopause and menopause. Hi. Because over the years, on these restrictive diets, your body is not safe. Your body is saying, what are you doing to me? You're not feeding me the nutrition that I'm asking for. You're restricting, you're making me feel unsafe. I'm not feeling safe at all. And it can increase your cortisol levels, and it can increase stress and inflammation in your body. If you're not giving your body the right nutrition that it's asking for, you're not listening to your intuition, you're not listening to your hunger and what your body's asking for. You know, just ask your body, what would you like to eat today? What things would you like to eat? And then these emotions can play a part, because it can mess up your emotions, can these different diets over the years. It can bring on things like being ashamed of yourself, or being shameful of the way your body looks, because you don't have to be stick thin to be healthy. And this is another big thing as well. And do you have any weighing scales? Do you weigh yourself regularly at home? Because this is not going to do yourself any good either, and it can make you probably feel even more shameful about yourself by weighing yourself all the time and not seeing your weight going down, not seeing the scale moving. Like I said before, your hormones can play a massive part in that, because you hold on to water more at different parts of the month. And it's not about weight, because a thin person can be unhealthy, because I was one of these people. I was a thin person and I was unhealthy. I was a sugar junkie. What I was eating was not right for me. It was affecting my health and making me sicker. So that's what breaks my heart about this, about women going on diets and feeling shameful, restricting themselves from eating the things that they like to eat, counting calories, weighing food. And then you're feeling bad about yourself if you've gone out somewhere and you've eaten everything on the plate. You've eaten like 4 pieces of chocolate cake, something like that, or you've opened a packet of biscuits and you've eaten the whole lot. And it's not to be shameful about that. It's completely normal. I mean, I think I've done that as well. To do things like that, and you don't feel shameful about it. Because I don't like the way that diets make women feel, that they have to restrict and they have to count and they have to, go against what their body is asking for. Go against that intuitive eating, and not starving themselves and not making your body feel uncomfortable. Because over the years, you try that one diet and then the next diet and then the next diet and the next diet, and your body's feeling more and more unsafe, and it's going into deprivation mode and stress mode, and that can increase the inflammation in your body. It can put you more at risk of age-related diseases because of this, because of the high inflammation and the cortisol in your body, because you've been restrictive, and then you've been eating foods, and that's not good at all. That's not good way to create a healthy relationship with the way that you eat. So they're not sustainable long term, and you can get bored of them as well. You get bored of restricting, you get bored of I have to count this and I have to count that, I have to weigh that food, and it's not a nice way to live at all, and you're putting more pressure on your body and more stress on your body by doing that. So if you're a person that weighs, if you're a woman that has a weighing scales and you weigh yourself regularly, I'd like to challenge you to, if you weigh yourself every week, then leave it every 2 weeks, and try and set yourself a target and journaling. I journal a lot, and I find that journaling around, you know, what you're doing with your life, what you're doing with the way that you're eating, with your nutrition, and the way you're feeling about food, because that is how you feel about food as well. That's why I don't like diets as well, because they affect your emotions around eating, around food, by restricting, because you're dreaming about that, eating that chocolate cake, you're dreaming about eating something that you can't eat on this specific diet, and then that can snowball. It can get worse and worse and worse. Because I was a sugar junkie. I was eating so many biscuits, so many cakes, and that was feeding my emotions. Because I was going through I went through a divorce, and I was going through a really bad time in my life, and I was using that chocolate cake as comfort. And food is, we use food to celebrate, use food to, you know, celebrate birthdays, celebrate life, to celebrate death. You know, food is celebration. There's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with enjoying food and embracing it. But it's looking at, why am I eating like this? Why am I eating this food? Why am I eating this packet of biscuits? So I like to do like the 5-second rule. I count to 5 and I ask myself this question: why do I want to eat this biscuit? Why do I want to eat this chocolate cake? How is it going to make me feel? And that's massively changed the way that I have eaten, and I'm no longer a sugar junkie. I'm no longer dieting. You know, I eat nutritious foods, and I care about myself. You know, when you can care about yourself more, it's all about self-love. Because a lot of it's in here, and you get stuck in your mind, and especially now when we're not in control of our own lives. When you're not in control of your own life, you're not in control of how you're feeling, you feel like you're out of control. That food is like a really, it helps you to feel safe. It's nourishing, and you can heal from that, because I did. And I want to empower you to do the same. And I found that journaling was a massive help to me, helping me. And then the 5-second rule, I stopped. Every time I reached for something, I stopped and, okay, why do I want this? Then I would journal about it. Why am I feeling emotional? Why am I feeling not safe? And bringing more, what I did was I brought more gratitude into my life. That changed my life massively. And looked at my life, and I built my self-esteem. I built myself up so I could feel good about myself. I loved myself. I used to do mirror work, talk to yourself in the mirror, which is massive. To look at yourself in the mirror and have love for yourself. I'm better than this. I don't need them weighing scales. Because it's been proven, you know, that weight is not a measure of your health at all. We're all different shapes and sizes. We're all some of us are big boned. You know, some of us have bigger thighs, some of us have bigger bums, bigger boobs. You know, we're all shapes and sizes. So you should not judge yourself by how much you weigh at all. Hello. So yeah, try and not to weigh yourself. I don't have a weight. I never ever weigh myself, ever. You know, nutrition is how you feel inside, how you look, how you love yourself. Don't give a sod about what everybody else thinks about you. It's what you think about you that matters, you know. And building on that. And it can take a while. It's taken me a while to build on it, to make you feel good. And, you know, it makes me sad when a lot of women are putting other women down about the way they look or about the way they act. Because I've had this as myself. I've been bullied. I've been bullied in the workplace. I've been bullied at school by the way that I looked, because I was different, because I did a good job. But just know this, a lot of women that can be mean to you, not nice to you, they might have issues themselves. They might be hurting inside. So don't take it as offensive. You know, I forgive these women who have hurt me, who've said nasty things to me, because I know that they may have been struggling themselves. Maybe if we'd have got together and had a coffee together and say, look, what is going on? Are you okay? You know, what is troubling you? Because lots of women can be going through so much and so much turmoil, because we tend to take care of other people and don't pay much attention to ourselves and how we feel. So when you bring more self-love into your life and take a good look at yourself and loving yourself, you know, ask yourself today, what do I love about myself? What do I love about me? There must be one thing that you love about yourself. And don't worry about your wobbly bits and your flabby bits, because I've got them as well. You know, every woman's got flabby bits, even though they're skinny. And I've got scars on my skin, and I'm not ashamed of that. And it can create, dieting can create a lot of unhappiness, because it can create nutrition deficiencies, and that can not make you feel good, and it can create an unhealthy gut microbiome, you know, unhealthy gut, because the more sugar in that you eat, the more stress that you have in your body, and that can have an effect on your emotions as well. So the more sugar that you want, the more sugar that you crave, and that can be making you feel sad just by eating that. Because when I changed the way that I was eating, thinking about eating at least 5 pieces of fruits or vegetables every day, start there, and building on that, and looking at ingredients of what you're buying and thinking, oh, is this going to make me feel good, this food, or is it going to make me feel bad, or am I going to have more emotions if I eat this food? So ask yourself that question as well. So that's why I don't like diets. I hope you've found some help from my video. If you want to reach out to me and have a chat about anything that you're going through, if you're struggling with dieting, then I've been through that. I can help you. I'd love to get to know you and have a chat with you. Just let me know. Send me a private message and let's have a chat together. If you're really struggling with weight, especially in perimenopause and menopause, it can be so confusing what to do, where to start, what to eat. Like I say, I don't believe in deprivation at all. And if I want a piece of chocolate cake, I'll have some, but I just don't eat it every day. And that's what it's all about, knowing that you don't have a bad food list and a good food list. You have foods that will feed your body, and then you can enjoy yourself as well. You can enjoy yourself at parties. No, it's not about good or bad food, and sometimes you have to cut things out of your diet to heal, but it's not forever, but it's beneficial to your body to do that, to help it to heal and feel good about itself again. So if you've got any questions, let me know if you've been on a diet, and I don't want you to feel shameful about it at all. I think we've all been made to think that diets are good and they can work and they're what women need, but it isn't that at all. It's just about having more awareness about health and nutrition and nutritious foods and how to feed your body right with no deprivation, no counting calories and things like that. And this is what I help with women with all the time. So if you want to set up a call with me and let's have a chat about it. Thanks for watching, and sending you lots of love. Take care, and I'll see you again in another video. See you later.